Um, I don't. I'm not doing well. I'm kind of just recording this so I have like a place to like figure out what just happened with less repercussion, so that I can feel better. And probably just gonna talk while I fix my room after what I did. But like a bunch of snacks just make things better. You might argue stress eating, and I won't argue against you. But like, I just finished like sobbing. Like I was having to cry into a pillow with music on like full volume so that my mother in the next room over didn't hear me. But I've been really stressed out. See, I feel what starts all this is like I feel like I do these activities like I got into theater and I am in this band just so I can get early experience now and do good later so that even in the near future, like within high school, who knows what happens, I could still build some sort of career off of doing something fun and not have to do something boring that I'm stuck in for the rest of my lives, because that's the way I was taught, because my mother has a job just like that and tells me that all the time, and I don't want her job because my whole family is stuck with that and they don't like it very much. And I kind of just do this as like a way out of that because we're poor, and this is pretty much my way of trying to like tunnel in my future, not being stuck in poverty. And it's also like a way for me to just get out of home because I hate having to stay here and I hate having to deal with my father and I hate arguing with my mother, and like I just don't want to be here. So I'm in a band because I've always wanted to be in a band. It's fun to be in there. And I like doing all the music stuff. But another big reason is to get away from my family. So sometimes it kind of washes over me what's happening and what I'm trying to get away from when I'm over at like rehearsals. And it doesn't make me feel good for the entirety of that. But what's happening recently is like more and more I'm realizing I'm not having transportation to be able to go over there. Phoebe recently quit our band. She was the singer. She quit because her mother made her do that because of like circumstances. Where's my knife? So like, okay, so she quit, and it's really making me scared that like you could just leave under circumstances that will actually be that's something that can actually happen. So I'm really scared that if anyone's gonna quit next, it's definitely gonna be me, just because of circumstances. Again, I want to be there, but it's hard for me to. Been in an argument about this before with my mother, kind of a few times, and so when I'm there, I'm now being stressed that I won't have easy transportation. Like it's very iffy on my transportation to get over to there, and then it's even worse of how I'm supposed to get back home. That one's even harder to do. And like so I stress about that a lot. And my there's this person I like, best friend, so you know, just kind of happened on accident. They they're also in the band. I haven't oh shit. I haven't seen them since before school ended. So I'm able to see them again over these rehearsals, and that's also been getting me kind of nervous. But I'm also realizing like how serious he's getting. I think he's starting to drift. He seems incredibly upset with me now. So that also really hurts. I wrote a note for him. I was planning on giving it to him soon. I threw it away earlier today because I couldn't deal with it. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm gonna be ready. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't think these feelings are gonna last. And like, so today was terrible where I'm now realizing like week 2 I've gotten so far, but I keep feeling like it's gonna be so easy for me to just lose all of it, not be able to go to rehearsals, and I'm stuck without a band at home doing nothing the whole summer, being stuck with my family in this house doing nothing, and the future's gonna be gone. And what was I saying? Fuck. What was I saying? Well, so I'm like, okay, let me just do this again. So, how did I immediately just lose all of that? I'm not in a good headspace. I wasn't able to concentrate earlier today, even. I kept, like, spacing out when we were all, like, being given notes by our director. I hate the, like, so, like, I keep realizing how much worse transportation is getting more and more, and I'm really having trouble doing this because often my mother's sometimes able to pick me up and drop me off, sometimes she's not, and that's how that my friends stopped being able to drop me off or pick me up, I mean. And I don't think the program's going to be able to really do that for me every time I need it. So I keep thinking eventually I'm going to have to stop going, and then I'll just lose that band and I'll be stuck here. It's also, I do keys and bass for the band, so like I have to switch between that within like our performance. That friend I was talking about kind of was up with me. He's also a bassist. That's the only other instrument he knows. So he switches from bass to vocals in our set. And so pretty much he has a bass. He's been bringing it in every rehearsal, but he hasn't been using it. He's taken the strap off and putting that strap back onto another bass that's already there. I don't like the bass as much. Yeah, I was thinking like, but like I didn't realize this. I found this out when I like the strap didn't fit that bass. It wasn't made for it, so it was like really low. So kept sitting on the chair. Then it was my turn to play the bass. So when I got like a break at the end of the whole set list rehearsal, I fixed the strap. I was planning on like giving it back when we have to start over the set list. He's like, hey, I fixed it. He got upset before I even said anything, like knowing that I changed his strap. Like stuff keeps happening, and so that already got me very hurt. How like not a good response throughout any of these rehearsals, but now a few upset responses, and that don't like that very much. Really hurt. And it was so awkward for me on that day when I literally didn't have any transportation to get home. I had to ask him like, hey, this is really awkward, can you drop me off home again? He couldn't. It's so awkward. And so yeah, this time I really wasn't in a good headspace at all. Everything was terrible. I was just thinking about the fact that like all my friends are always going to be way better friends with each other than I will be with any of them or anyone else. And they're always going to be like that. And as the school year starts, I'm not going to be with them as much because I don't have classes with any of them. And they all have the same lunch block, and I have a completely different lunch block from them. So I literally will not be able to see them at all with my schedule. And I feel like I'm just going to lose all of them in some sort of way. And I feel like it's already happening, so I got me really stressed. And I think maybe the stress made my tics way worse during rehearsal. So first it was in my face. Our guitarist Jesus, he was joking about it. I was really upset at that. Kept happening, and then it moved on from just the face to like being mostly in other places. Like my shoulder kept ticking the whole time, among other places, but that one especially, which is terrible when I had to like every instrument needs to use your arms. It made things very difficult, and it made me so infuriated, and I hated all of it. And the whole time I was thinking about my fucking Tix meds, and then thinking, no, I can't go back to those. Those are a fucking addiction. I can't use those. Those are depressive. They're horrible. They are literal drugs, pretty much. That's all they are. They're only there because I'm worried my next drink is gonna ask about them. That's the only reason I keep them around. I can't get rid of them. So, like... I put this pillow right here because I keep kneeling at the bed. So, yeah. And so that made things so much worse. And I kept upsetting my friend. I will not say his name. I kept upsetting him the entire time. And it's the fact that, like, there's the bass that's there that we've been using, and his bass that he doesn't use, and my bass that I thought, like, hey, I don't need to do anything with the strap on this one, and it works perfectly fine. I'm gonna bring this one in the moment I get there. I'm gonna open it up so that it's already ready. That way he won't be as inclined to get the other bass. He got the other bass immediately the moment he showed up. I tried to, and like the director already saw like I was gonna use my bass, so I thought, shit, I gotta use it now when I'm up. So did that. He put his bass down. And then I got my bass. I was thinking like, hey, you when you unplug something, it always does like if you don't turn the thing off. Don't like that volume. I lowered all the volume, the whole gain on the amp to unplug it. Because I thought that would make it faster, since it's harder to reach the button when he is standing right in front of it to get to the microphone. So I do that, and he gets so upset at it. He turns the amp off, and then I'm stuck playing the next song with the amp completely off. Can't hear the bass at all. After that, it's like, I gotta fix this. After that song finishes, I turned the amp on. The bass was sitting right there, the other one, and it falls right on him, and he's gently hurt by it. He's so upset. So upset. It's like, fuck, I'm ruining the whole thing. I have to get through the next song perfectly fine. I'm stressing, and then I realize the gain is still down. You can't hear the fucking bass. You can't hear it at all. I tried to ask, no one else went up to the gain and fixed it. I had to do it myself again. Reach all the way over there, standing right behind him. He was always jokingly upset too, like in the past, about the fact that I'm learning bass when he was already a bass player. He was always jokingly upset about that. I don't know how much of that was jokes. Maybe he's like joking because he's like, I thought I was the bass player. What are you doing? Why can't I do it? But like, he keeps asking to sing on some of the songs anyways, and he can't play and sing at the same time. I can do it on a few songs. I just prefer not to for now. And so, like, the whole time it's stressful. And after that, I'm just like, I can't do this. And I'm stressing so much because the tics keep happening. Everyone is seeing the tics happen so much. They're so noticeable. The director literally, like, walked up to me and asked me about it after the whole rehearsal. And, like, and where's my... I kicked this book earlier. It's not very good now. And it's all horrible. So then after that, I just set my bass down. When I'm done with the set, we do the set over again. I do not go near that thing. I do not want to touch it anymore. I'm on to the other one, which the strap is fucking fixed. What was the point of any of it? He fixed the strap already. He already changed it and made it different for his own bass. What was... I was I was fully prepared to sit down with the bass again, just like I had to last time. But the moment I sit down, I'm like, this was already correct. What is going? I keep looking at. It's horrible, and my fingers are bleeding the entire time too. There's literally blood in my fingers because of the bass playing. I'm doing it too much, and I'm doing it horribly because I just can't think properly. And the piano was fucking falling apart when I was playing it too. Literally, one of the keys fucking fell out. It kept falling out, so I just had to fully like pull the top part of it out to make it easier to work with, and it was so uncomfortable. I just had to do it. I couldn't deal with any of this. This is horrible. And I'm wondering, I refuse to make eye contact with that guy at all through the rest of that rehearsal. I refuse to do that at all. Either way, I was hardly looking at anyone or anything. I was looking at my own instrument, probably looking like way too serious, like way too concentrated, like I can't fucking do this. I remember I kept like literally just looking so stressed or infuriated the entire time. I'm sure people were noticing. So. And I don't think he cares. If he noticed, he probably doesn't care. And he hasn't said anything about any of it at all. I couldn't deal with this stuff. As I was in the car, I was thinking about all the stress, how I fucking ruined it all in front of him. I was so stressed during the whole rehearsal and ruined everything. And like, my bass, I shouldn't bring it anymore. I should not bring it. After this fucking performance, I am detoxing myself of all music production for a fucking month. I am not doing this stuff. And all of it was stressful. One day I have to go to the car with my mother, and already I think some argument's probably going to happen now, later today, tomorrow. I don't know, probably something having to do with transportation. The whole time, I'm just not feeling good. I get here, I'm sobbing, I'm literally crying, curled in a ball, face completely covered by like hands and knees. Bawling my eyes out, crying into a pillow, because she went into the next room over. So she would have heard me if I was crying, if I hadn't muffled myself. So I had to actually cry into a fucking pillow. Yeah, before I kept kicking things in my room and then I trashed the whole place. Not fully trashed, I just kept like knocking stuff and throwing stuff around and kicking things. I fucking cut my arm quite a bit, quite a lot. Not proud of that. I was literally sitting there for so long doing it because I kept thinking, like, I don't know what I was thinking. I kept going, I stopped, and then I'm just like, no, I gotta keep I can't stop. I kept going for way too long, so much. And like, I'm just thinking, how the fuck did I get here? When did I start, like, how did the self-harm start? Why am I so fucking pathetic? So yeah, I have to clean my room now, a little bit, just a bit. There's just so many water bottles. And to think, I literally fucking cut myself a few days ago. It's never been that bad. Like, it tastes horrible. Genuinely, I don't want to hate him. I really don't. But I feel like he hates me. And I could not bear to think that I actually did like him. So I just... fucking water. So I could not accept that I actually did, and I was just thinking, like, it's gotta be fading now. I'm not gonna keep believing this. Fucking, these things are disgusting, but I still went for it. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens with... Literally, everyone else has transportation. I'm the only one that has trouble with transportation, except for the drummer. I don't know if it's like a transportation thing or a schedule thing or what's happening with her. We haven't seen her at all. But, like, I'm doing horribly. The only times my mother is just like, if we don't figure something out, you might not keep going. You're probably gonna have to stop that band stuff. She literally had this discussion with me, like, I want you to keep doing this stuff. This is good for you, but, like, we can't keep doing this. This transportation's difficult. That's what happens when your parents are immigrants that people want deported, and they're stuck with, like, bad jobs, and we're stuck in poverty. And so my mother's working 2 jobs. My father's a greedy narcissist. A few days ago, I told myself I was gonna stop cutting myself. Told myself I was gonna figure things out and not do that again to myself. I don't know what happened. I just didn't think about that. I couldn't think. I was already not thinking straight the whole day, but the moment I got to the point of cutting myself, I was, of course, even less thinking well. My shrink is not gonna be happy to hear this in, like, fucking what, 2043? I don't have to worry about my shrink now. I keep bringing that up. I don't need to worry about that. They don't want to see me anyways. They don't care. They're fueled on fucking quotas. That's the whole thing with them. They don't care what's wrong with me at all. Fucking, I hate everything. What time is it? I've been here for 2 hours. I've been in my room just upset about everything for 2 hours. My mother's almost about to go to work in like a few minutes. Home alone time, I guess.